In New Zealand, rugby is a sport and culture. Here, many boys and girls grow up dreaming of playing the game for as long as possible and ultimately representing their country. But having a long career could also mean long-term health problems.
The more injuries you get and the more severe and significant, the higher the likelihood some individuals will go on to develop earlier cognitive problems and or mood problems later in life.
And that's what a group of former players say they're experiencing, and they're taking World Rugby to court. Some, including former England player Steve Thompson, have been diagnosed with early onset dementia, which they say was caused by repeated blows to the head playing rugby. They want compensation and 15 demands met, including a limit on the amount of contact training, and for World Rugby to accept that playing professionally can lead to brain disease. In response, the governing body issued a statement saying player welfare is its #1 priority. John MAYHEW was a doctor for New Zealand's All Blacks and a medical advisor to World Rugby, and says proving that rugby caused the players' health problems will be difficult. But he concedes the sport continues to learn how to manage head injuries.
And I think we have to be careful when we look back to 20 or 30 years ago with a 2020 perspective that, you know, some of those players may have been managed by the best possible medical practice at the time, which, you know, looking back was obviously not good enough.
More players are being asked to join the legal case, but some are saying no, even after being forced out of the game early because of repeated concussions.
Personally, I felt that I was incredibly well looked after. I was never forced to go on the field.
Professional sport has seen this before, like in 2013, when the National Football League in the United States agreed to pay damages totalling up to $1 billion to former players. But the NFL did not admit that the injuries were caused by football. It's taken a long time, but there's no doubt that in countries like New Zealand, the issue of concussion in rugby is taken a lot more seriously than it used to be. But it's a high-impact game and head injuries will continue to happen. The question is, scientifically and legally, can those head injuries be linked to long-term health problems? At the very least, the legal action is creating more discussion about head injuries in rugby, which has too often been treated as a sensitive topic among the game's administrators. Bringing it further into the open can only help the game survive for future generations. Wayne Hay, Al Jazeera, Auckland.